My name is Farhat Rahman. I'm a mother of 3 children and a grandmother of 1. I live in Ottawa. I have lived in Ottawa for 33 years now. In my spare time, I do like to paint. I like watercolor painting. I'm a member of an organization called Mothers Offering Mutual Support. It's a support group for women who have family incarcerated in Canada. We're very busy this year, so there's always something to catch up to or to look into. There's a lot to be done for the advocacy work that we are doing currently.
A single timely phone call has the potential to avert a disastrous outcome and can save the life of a son or daughter who, due to mental health crisis, has landed in jail.
In the prison system, the programs and therapies for mental health are sorely lacking. So that is his lifeline. When he's feeling really particularly low, that one phone call, it means a lot. And I can usually talk to him and uplift his spirits, and then he is able to function, and go on with his daily routine. My son has committed a crime, and so that is front and center of Correctional Services Canada's focus, That's what is seen, but his mental health, it takes sort of a back seat. What we advocate for is for better mental health care. And there have been surveys and studies saying that, people who have suffered from mental illness before they committed their crime, or they continue to suffer from mental health challenges, should not be incarcerated, particularly in these harsh maximum security prisons where there is very little freedom, very little access to wellness programs. No one can be prepared for what we found the prison to be. Going to meet him used to be a huge challenge. They treated you like you were the criminal. If you can understand strip search, it's the most degrading and humiliating experience for any person. But for my son, who's an observant Muslim and he's very modest, it was a very traumatizing experience. When he told me over the phone, I cried. This was in 2018. So since then, I have not personally visited him. 9/11 happened in September of 2001. That date marks the very dark period that started for my son, because his level of torture in prison increased. He also would pray. He was very diligent in praying, and so that visible Muslimness brought more racist attitude towards him. So he was called names. He was called the son of Osama bin Laden. My son, when he was young, was very ordinary, just like any other kid. But it was during his teens that he started to show signs of sort of detachment and questioning his identity. Got a call from school saying that he wasn't attending school. As parents, we were horrified, and he had been going to school every day, but what he was doing was keeping himself in the library. But we didn't know that there was a psychological aspect of his behavior. The majority of people who are incarcerated have suffered from things like mental illness or addictions. We're looking at the whole system. Some of the systems just do not meet the basic human rights of the individual. Issues of Islamophobia, racism, and anti-Black racism, they all need to be included in the manuals that are used to train the officers. It's only then that we will make a change. Otherwise, there's a huge demographic that does not trust the Muslims, and it's true in the prisons just as is in the society.
Yeah, it started here. What he would tell me and what he would ask for and things like that I have written down. Dejected and hopeless, thinking of doing something stupid. I'm not going to be able to take this much longer.
How are we going to have that knowledge trickle into the criminal justice system, the incarcerated, the people who run prisons? How are they going to be sensitized to this specter of Islamophobia that exists? It needs a groundswell of community engagement. These people that are in prison are going to, 70% of them or 80% of them are going to come back and join the communities. So we need to impress on them that their integration, their mental well-being is very important to do while they are serving their sentences, and not leave it to the last minute when they won't be able to adjust into their communities and maybe re-offend. We need to have the politicians on our side, and to impress on the people that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. We have made some strides in starting conversations about Islamophobia. So we need to continue on the same path, and eventually we will make a difference.